Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Chapter 20 of Uncharted 1 on Brutal Difficulty. This is Race to the Rescue. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm gonna tell you a little secret about something right now. This chapter was the hardest chapter, in my opinion, that I did for this guide, and the biggest reason for that is because of the fact that the title card that you just saw there only shows up when you actually start the chapter for the first time. If you were to start the chapter and then save and then quit and then load game, you don't get that title card. So when I wanted to show off the title card for this, I had to use chapter select, and something you're going to notice about this game whenever you load from chapter select is that I don't have any of the weapons that I had from the previous chapter. And as you can probably see from my attempts to shoot people, that this stupid ass pea shooter gun isn't going to do anything, because it takes 6 torso shots to kill anybody with this stupid thing. So I need to get rid of it as soon as possible, murk some dudes uber fast, and just really kill people incredibly quickly, because straight up, I just do not have the weapons to really kill people efficiently or quickly at all in this fight. And that was really the hardest part about accomplishing this chapter, was the fact that I straight up didn't have the resources to really do it as well as I would hoped that I was going to have. On one hand, that's a good thing for a walkthrough to have. The fact that, you know, you can just go into any fight with the basic pistol and with proper gunplay and a little bit of luck, because this dude isn't shooting me, that you can succeed. And that's something that's really great. But at the same time, it's still a very bad position to be in, because you don't want to go into fights with little ammo. So that grenade launcher guy killed me. The checkpoint spawned me all the way over here on the opposite side, which I'd never even been on this side, and I had no idea why that even happened, but this is basically just me clenching my anus and actually trying to get over here to a different position so that I wasn't in the range of that China Lake dude as he was trying to pepper me down. And this is the part where I realized that I'm kinda hosed, if you think about it, because I don't have any sniper rifle bullets at all when I went into that checkpoint just then, and it fucked me, because now I don't have any bullets to shoot people with. I have 24 pistol bullets to my name and 1 grenade. And I'm sitting here going, how the hell am I going to do this? Because I know that it's going to take 6 pistol bullets in order to shoot people, in order for them to die. Or, alternatively, I could shoot them twice in the head, which shooting people in the head just doesn't work, especially when they have helmets, where they can very easily just take your stuff and just get rid of you really easily. That didn't sound right. What I meant to say was the fact that in order to shoot them twice in the head, quickly, in succession, before they can actually turn around and shoot you when they realize that their helmet is shot off, it's just not enough time, and you will die. But I've got some bullets now, because I grenaded a shotgun dude, and I'm really thanking my lucky stars that that happened, because if it didn't happen, I'd probably be dead right now, and I'd probably be up shit creek without a paddle. Or just without bullets, either way. But I'm trying to get rid of this one shotgun dude, because then the only guy that's really going to be left, or really that's a threat, is going to be the China Lake dude. And I'm out of bullets, so I'm going to have to make these shotgun shells count. Snipe the dude out with a shotgun. Beautiful. Love it when games get shotguns wrong in the best possible way by giving them infinite range. That's actually something that I've noticed a lot with shotguns, is the fact that for whatever reason, game developers like to do this thing where they will either have shotguns that have absolutely no range, in which case you can shoot someone from like 10 yards away and you'll barely do any damage to them, or alternatively, you can shoot them from the length of an entire football field and you will still hit them and probably kill them in one bullet. It's great. I love it when games do that. But as you can probably tell, I'm in a bad spot, because I have no bullets, and there are still people left, and I have no idea where they are. So I'm hoping that I can find them from solely shooting at them, so that I can just run in there and maybe shoot someone. But here I see that this dude is the last guy left. There's an M4 right down beneath me. Chris is going to eventually maybe get some courage in order to actually go out there and shoot that dude, because I know he's out there. I know the checkpoint's close, and if I can maybe kill him, I'll maybe get some sweet relief and be done with this fight. Because that fight that you just watched took me about an hour, because I kid you not, the second part of that fight, after I respawned on the other side of the room, it took me, I kid you not, like about 30 minutes just to get a run where I was able to get up to the pillar at the top near the church without dying, because every time I tried it, I just couldn't make it. It was too much time for the enemies to get me, and I just couldn't do anything about it. But like I said earlier, I think that's something that guides can benefit from, is not having resources to work with, and so sometimes you just gotta get creative. And that's what I did in this fight. But congratulations! You've done the second courtyard fight of Chapter 20. Now, I said earlier in the guide, or earlier in this video, that I think that this chapter is the hardest chapter in the game for this guide because of what I ended up doing. that's not quite the case. Chapter 4, I still stand by, is the trial by fire. If you can get past Chapter 4, you have the fortitude to do the game. If you get past Chapter 13, I like to call that the smooth sailing chapter, where basically once you get past that chapter, there really isn't anything, as long as you bring good weapons with you and some smart play with you, that is going to stop you from getting through the rest of the game. But what I did in order to get the title card for this chapter, really stupid in retrospect. But this is the last real fight of the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the sniper rifle that's over here, and we're going to shoot as many of the laser pointer dudes as we possibly can in order to give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Fortunately, the enemies that come up on the ground are all grenade launcher dudes, and they are terrible at hitting you dead on with them. So luckily, you can use this to your advantage and wait for them all to come to you. I'm still using the shitty pistol because I haven't found one of the better pistols yet, which if I did, I probably would have had a lot more success. But I'm just biding my time, hoping to see if I can get a couple extra bullets, potentially, for my sniper rifle. There's actually another sniper rifle over on the other side. The pillar that we're up against right now, there's another one over on the opposite side of the room. There should be one right there, and then you can just pick it up and snipe out the rest of these people. But what I wanted to do was save it so that I could use it against the second wave of people after I shoot this guy, who's all the way on the platform that we opened up back in chapter 16? 15? I think it's 15. So I'm just going to see if I can snipe him out because I'm just an amazing shot. Don't you worry about a thing. I'll eventually get him. There you go. Once his laser pointer goes away, I know he's dead. So I'm going to run up here a bit because I know that there's a pistol right here from my 20 minutes of deaths that I had here. So now I'm going to run back to the position that we were at before. But here's something really sneaky that you can do. This is actually a first attempt when I started doing this. It worked first time. I don't even know why it works, but for some weird reason, the enemies that spawn in the second wave that you have here at the start never ever try coming out of this door. Or at the very least, I got lucky and it worked first time. But, once again, they sort of stop and never seem to leave the church. So as long as you just kind of stay up here, they all focus on Sully and I can just shoot them all very easily. Like, look at this. Like, that shotgun dude doesn't even know that I'm here. He's more than willing to just go over and try to hit Sully. I mean, it's wonderful. I love it when games have positions like this. It's so great. And it really trivializes this second phase. The only problem with this spot, though, is I'm going to give you a fair warning right now, is that while this is a really good spot for taking out the second wave of enemies, this is a very bad spot for the third wave of enemies, because once you kill all these enemies, there's going to be a little bit of a dip in the music that may or may not show up eventually after I shoot this dude. So there it was right there. So that's the end of that wave, and as you can still probably tell, the music's still a little bit action-packed. So once you get up about halfway through this church, there's going to be a bunch of enemies that spawn in from the door that we were just hiding behind in order to actually kill the second wave of enemies. And the problem with this is that if you don't remember that they're there, like I did, you're going to get immediately murked. Like, I thought I was fine and I was ready to go all the way to the end. But as you can see, probably hear, there are a bunch of dudes behind me, and you can probably see him right there, yeah. When I died, I spawned all the way over on the opposite side of the room again. Once again, chapter 20, just, I don't know why, but this chapter is a really bad habit of spawning you in places that you have never even been in. But regardless, I have 30 pistol bullets along with a couple of grenades. I have this. So I'm just going to toss a couple of cheeky grenades, maybe hoping that I can hit a few dudes. I got one of them, I believe. So from here, I'm just going to stand behind this little, what is that? Candle stand? It's a little bit of a pillar with some candles on it. Oh well, looks pretty nice. And I'm just going to wait for all the enemies to come to me. I'm going to shoot them as they come on by. So I'm going to blind fire this dude, hopefully pepper him up. And then there's going to be one dude that's right there, right in front of me. And then there should be one laser pointer dude all the way over on the opposite side.
Here we go.
So maybe if I can chuck another grenade. Feel free to use all your grenades at this point. Something that I didn't realize at the time was the fact that there aren't any enemies in Chapter 21. So everything that you have at this point, use it. Because once you do that, congratulations. Chapter 21 is going to be nice and real quick. And then Chapter 22 isn't hard, but there are a few RNG moments that you kind of have to have happen in order for it to be successful. Because otherwise you just kind of get murked. And once again, past Chris doesn't realize this, but there's nothing else in the game to really worry about. So don't pick up any of the grenades, don't pick up any of their weapons because you don't need them because you're going to lose them the moment that you get to the start of Chapter 22. And even for Chapter 21, you start out with a Spaz 12 shotgun anyway with full bullets, so there's no reason to waste your time getting ammo or getting bullets. But I misremembered and I thought this chapter was a lot longer than what it actually was. So with that, we're just going to drop down this little altar as soon as we do this little scene, and I'll see you guys next time for Chapter 21.